Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical. This is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms. We've been asked to go over Hidden Chamber 2 and do a quick crystal run on it. So we're going to give a breakdown on what we do. So to get on the crystals, you need to clear the stage. That's pretty obvious. Legendary heroes cannot be included in the team. That's fine. Team hero limit is restricted by 3. So fine. And then max HP increased by 50% but cannot be healed. This is potentially problematic, so we'll cover over how we get around everything and the team we're using and that sort of stuff. So we'll jump in, we'll have a quick look at the team, and then we'll have a quick look at the setup, and boom, gear afterwards, job done, happy days. So this is the team we're using. So I'm using Rourke this time with an OLAG. Feel free to use an ISOR as your Northerner lead, and then use Ingrid as well. That would work out fine. I'm using Vortex. Not the greatest choice, to be honest. I think I'd have been better off with a Hollow, or skip a healer altogether and bring in some more DPS would be another option, I think. So options there. She's absolutely fantastic. Bring her along. She's absolutely brilliant. And then we've got our 2 free heroes down here. We've got a Wrath and a Greed. They're great. And then we've got Idril as well. Now I think she's pretty needed in this, to be honest, or at least the way I'm doing it. So read into that what you will. Let's jump into the run, have a quick look at some stuff. We'll have a look at the beginning part, the setup with Idril, what's happening, and then I'll move me out of the way as we jump on. So here's the Idril part. So we put her up there and she's facing across. She's going to take care of these archers that are going to try and attack these mobs to start with. Now if you have a look, she's not being hit for a great deal, okay? So the archers don't do a massive amount of damage. And then they're going to walk on past and they're going to concentrate more on the other mobs as well. So she only takes sort of one hit per archer that comes out, so it's nothing to overly concern yourself, but just be aware. It will depend on your defense and your HP, that sort of stuff, but there we go. Right, after that we're using Eyes, so Eyes going down next, and the other thing is we've got Idril building up her ultimate. That's what we're waiting on, okay? Right, now let's get me out of the way while we're waiting on stuff. There we go, that should work. So there we go, we're waiting on Idril, and now we've put this over onto auto cast. She can attack these mobs coming through. If I didn't have Eye down, I could have maybe put my tank down early, something like that, but test out your Idril to see how you're going with damage. I mean, I just about manage it, it's absolutely fine, no great shakes there. But my Idril is relatively well geared. You might have to chop and change a bit with your Idril, and you may have to put the tank down earlier, so just be aware of that. Now Eyes over on the right hand side, she's smashing down these crystals of doom and death for us, and then we've got Rourke above. He's going to do the physical damage on the mobs coming out at the top right for us, okay? So that's all pretty much set up for us over that side, and we're just waiting on our coin cap coming up. When a coin cap comes up, we put Wrath down. Now Wrath's only there to take a couple of hits. If you built Eye a bit more tanky, then you wouldn't have to worry about that so much. Mine's quite a bit of a glass cannon, so I have to put a Wrath down there to take some hits, so they can target Wrath instead of her, and then he's up there a bit more tanky, and he's got the artifact on there to heal himself up as well, okay? So that's what he's doing there. He's just taking some flack for Eye while she places down those crystals. Rourke at the top just hit his ultimate, killed off some mobs, no great issues. Now we're waiting on Greed. So Greed is going down there. The next one's coming out of that top sort of centre mark there. They're going to be the ones that are immune to damage or immune to physical attacks, so Idril's going to be no good there. But they are going to be susceptible to magic damage, and so we've got a Greed there pushing out the magic damage for us, okay? That's what he's doing up there. Everything else now is pretty good. We're pretty well sorted. Now I'm waiting for Eye to finish off casting her ultimate. When her ultimate's finished off, you can get rid of her really. She's sort of done and dusted there. The crystals are down, she's done her job, you can get rid of her. I get rid of her a bit late, and also I've left Wrath down there, and I could have got rid of Wrath a bit earlier as well. So a couple of little errors on my part. Could have probably got rid of Wrath, and I would have put some more crystals down, but it's no great shakes. But there we are. We're all good at the top. Idril's taking care of the little marksmen that come out. Remember, see, she's taken a few more hits, but nothing to be overly concerned about. And then she does try and target, unfortunately, the magic dealer, which is a bit of a pain. Don't cast her ultimate then, because she would then start attacking the magic dealer who's just gone out of range. You want that magic dealer to go out of range for her, so she can then start targeting on the marksman. Now we want to cast off her ultimate. We want to use her ultimate on the mobs that come down that are well out of range, okay? So there they are, all the way down there, and we are going to start taking those out, okay? There she is. Now all the epics are A5 and they have all got their skills done. Okay, just put that proviso out there if you're concerned about it. Now we could put the tank down a bit earlier. I don't need to. I run it a couple of times just to see how good my Idril goes, and I can actually let that mob walk all the way around if I want to, but for the sake of everything, let's just put the tank down there and be done with it. Now I goes up there. She's going to sort of help out now that we've got her background. She's going to put those crystals up there for more of those magic dealing mobs that come out. She's going to help out Wrath. She's going to help out Greed, sorry. Wrath is going down there. Now, interestingly, it's worth noting how much damage he took there. I'm just going to pause this and run this back. Let's have a quick check. There we go. We can just see how much damage he takes. So there it is. Takes 800 damage from these mobs, so you could leave him out there quite happily. Okay, just as a little something for you that might want to consider. I don't. I withdraw mine like an idiot and a chump. So and then put down a healer, but he could easily heal through that. On the right hand side, we've got those mobs coming out. Rourke's going to take care of those ones at the top right. He's going to smash that ultimate for us, and then he's going to take care of those mobs. It's only the ones with a shield that we're really concerned about, because they're taking physical damage. They're immune to the magic damage. Okay, so there we go. He takes those out. Once they're gone, we can get rid of him. That's not an issue. And the marksmen aren't a concern. They've got to walk through all those crystals, and that will kill them off. So I's already done her job quite well for us. There we go. They're slowly walking in. Freeze, bit of damage. Then they walk on to the next one. Freeze, bit of damage, and die. That's all good. So we could have got rid of I a lot earlier, really. She probably didn't need to put down as many crystals. Okay. Now, on the other side, we're now starting to get a few more mobs down. If we'd left Wrath down there, he would have tanked up a few more or blocked a few more. So we sort of get a bit overrun with the tank. Now the tank I haven't got Bastion's Ring on. We'll cover that when we go over the gear towards the end. Okay, so just something to be aware of. You can easily sort yourself out by putting Bastion's Ring on there. So we just about killed this mob. Get myself out of the way. There we go. Just about killed that mob in time. But had you tank had a Bastion's Ring on, then everything would have been good. We'd have had enough block numbers there to not worry about it. But we've got Wrath and Rourke available now, so we can sort of hurry up. We've only got the last two. We can place an extra bit of range DPS down there to get rid of them. Okay, but we could have left Wrath out. That would have been a solution. We could have had Bastion's Ring on our tank. That would have been another solution. Okay, plenty of options available for you to actually sort of do this. I'd make a bit of a mess of it, to be honest. There are cleaner ways you can run this. Okay, so don't do the same things I've done. Change things up a bit and make your life a little bit easier. Right, there we go. That's it done. We have a quick look at the gear and things like that now. This is gear. I don't use it that often. I'm not a big Ageless Wrath type fan. I don't think. It's not my go-to set, so I've normally got a couple of sets lying around on it. So he's got that on. Absolutely fantastic. Again, skills are all done, that sort of thing. And he is Awakened 5. That's the artifact he's got on. So that little bit of self-healing is going on for him just in case, because he's stuck out the way with no healer. Okay. Next we've got Olag. Now Olag's in a Guardian set. He's taking that 15% less. Skills are all done. A5. Now that's the amulet I put on him, or the artifact I put on him. Sort of playing around with Arena. I like the way that he puts a shield on every 11 seconds. When he loses it, he heals himself up. So if you put Bastion's Ring on, then you won't have that issue of the block that I had. Okay, Vortex we used, not massively, but he's not in a good set. You could have an Invig set to boost up your Idril, and also the artifact I've got on him isn't particularly good either. You could do a lot better with this. Okay, so put on a bit of a speedy artifact or something like that to help out your DPS. Now she's absolutely fantastic for this. Okay, just build her up. I've got her with crit, a little bit of crit damage, and as much speed as we're going on, and tack going everywhere. So she's got a speed piece on there. I just want those crystals going down as quickly as possible. I don't know if this piece helps. It gives her an extra 15% damage. Probably not the best artifact. You're probably better off with Tear of Twilight. Wrath, he's just in a Wisdom set. Nothing special. And then a bit of self-healing for himself with a usual artifact. Okay, there we go. Greed, again, nothing special. He's got the Wisdom set on, and then he's got his own artifact. We'll keep pulling that artifact so it's up to 25. But again, feel free to put on like Tear of Twilight or something like that with him. And then she is well geared. I think she's in a relatively good IR set. Because she's got a lot of damage to do. You need to take care of those mobs at the beginning. That's sort of the major point. And artifact-wise, terrible artifact. Terrible. Would have been better off with almost anything else. Okay, she's not attacking the same person. Don't forget the claw will give you a damage boost whilst when you change targets. Okay, so probably better off there. Or there's another artifact in there when you kill mobs, so she might be better off with that. Or even Idril's Gaze, where she's dismissing some defense every couple of shots. Okay, she's got a lot of shots to get through, so they're good options as well. That's a terrible artifact. Don't use that one. There you go. That's my run through it. Okay. It's not too bad, but it's also not fantastic either. So there you go. There's a couple of changes you can do. I hope it helps you out on your way out the door. If you can just do the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, would help me out massively. And I'll see you all in the video again soon. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.